Welcome, welcome everyone. I so happy to have the chance to spend the next 30 minutes together with you for a very, very good purpose. I got this inspiration already 2 weeks ago when it became more and more prominent that here in Europe, especially in Eastern Europe, we are at the edge of a conflict, not at the edge, actually in the middle of a conflict which the whole world is looking at, because it's so unimaginable that in the 21st century, after having such a long period of peace here in Europe, there is again the threat of a war and a conflict which is going on since many, many years. And it's not anything we like to do here to go into the political or economical or military dimensions of the conflict, but we really want to go deeper on a very deep, we want to go to a deeper level, because we are convinced that all the external conflicts which we see at the stage of the material reality, that they are a representation of inner conflicts on the deeper level of, you can say, the unconscious, what Carl Gustav Jung called the collective unconscious. But what connects us as human beings, and that whatever we don't solve within ourselves, whatever we don't solve collectively, that will be enacted as a drama on the external stage of life. So today we like to look together at a very important question. And this question is, what can each of us individually, who might be far away from the conflict, who might be living in, I see people here everywhere in Austria, in America, in the United States, in UK, I see Claudia from Mexico, and someone from Las Vegas, Pennsylvania, from Holland. So I'm so happy to greet all of you, our global Healy community, but I'm sure we have also many participants today who are not member of the Healy community. You are all welcome, because you can contribute today to what we like to achieve, to go to the deeper level of the collective consciousness, and there, with the help of our consciousness and the help of the deeper connection which we all of us have to the deeper spiritual level, to what we might call the self or the deep collective unconscious, with the help of this deep connection, and also with the help of a very powerful tool which we have in our hands. I have it here, which is a Healy, which has a special program which we have launched, I think, a year ago, which is a coherence program. And already that time, when I shared this Healy coherence program with many of you, with a few 100,000 people, I had this intuition that we need coherence, that we need to see the interconnectedness and see how we harmoniously can vibrate together, to adjust in our frequencies and to vibrate on a very deep level together, so that we can solve underlying conflicts. So I think everyone is aware about that this kind of things, especially wars and violent conflicts which we see on the surface of this planet, they have a deep psychological cause. It's archetypes which have been analyzed by Sigmund Freud and Carl Gustav Jung, which are again and again enacted. It's conflicts which we have personally with the mother archetype, which represents nations, which represents land, and also with the archetype of the father or the hero. And we see, if we look at the different actors in different conflicts, how they represent these different archetypes, and we can see that we can solve these conflicts within ourselves. And so the question is, what can we contribute? And I have this very strong conviction that every one of us is somehow connected with everyone else. And that this collective conflicts which are enacted on the material level, that they represent something which we have deeply in ourselves. So we can ask ourselves, what kinds of conflicts are within myself which I could solve, which I could heal within myself, so that the world will also get a little healing. There's an old saying from the Hawaiian Ho'oponopono which says, heal yourself and heal the world. And it's a small secret that whatever you heal in yourself contributes to the well-being of the world. So in this way, I'm convinced that each of us can contribute to a peaceful situation on this planet, wherever you look. And the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, or Ukraine and Russia, is not the only conflict which is right now enacted on this planet, but that we all can make a small contribution to this situation. And in the Hawaiian Ho'oponopono tradition, like in many other spiritual traditions on this planet, there is 4 principles which we can apply in order to become clear within ourselves, solving conflicts which we have within ourselves, which we have with other people, and which we also have in relationship to the whole world. And this is, the first principle is the principle of forgiveness. Because we all carry around wounds, or wounds probably in English, I'm not sure, which we have experienced ourselves, maybe in this life, maybe in a very early childhood, but maybe also wounds which are not our own wounds, but we have from our family, the field of our family, or from the field of the nation in which we are born, in the historic dimensions in which we are, or we can say karmic wounds, or something from very deep, which we are not just got in this life. So whatever we believe in, so these wounds are there, and we might have caused them to others, we might have received them for others. So the first principle is the principle of forgiveness, that we forgive the others for what we believe they did to us, and we can also forgive the others for whatever they might have caused to us, and that we can forgive ourselves, because a big part of this guilt which we perceive, we project on ourselves. So how to do it? It's easier to do it reflecting with someone else. So if we have someone close to us, we can get into this exchange with the other and tell the other person, I forgive you. And the other person will forgive us. And we can ask also for this forgiveness. So that's something very, very important, because in this way, almost all the personal conflicts can be solved. Of course, the basis of this forgiveness is that we can forgive ourselves for all the small mistakes we have done in this life, for things we might have caused to others, for things we have caused to ourselves. And in this way, we can already proceed, make a big step forward. And then, of course, the next step after forgiveness is love. Because if we can forgive, if we can clear out what is between us and the others, then probably naturally, very naturally, a feeling of appreciation and of sympathy and of empathy and ultimately of love is emerging from it. Because we know this is our original nature. Our original nature is love. But on the basis of this love to others is that we can love ourselves. So if we can forgive ourselves, we can also love ourselves. And in this way, the love which we perceive within ourselves, which is also not just a love circling around itself. You might ask, how can I love myself? But within us there is so much, and also within us we have the very, very deep connection to God within ourselves. So the love to ourselves is also a universal love which knows no borders. So in this way we can, on the basis of forgiveness and experience the love, we can practice something else which is so important, and this is the thankfulness for everything which we are receiving every single day in this life, actually for life itself, and experience life as a wonderful gift which is nicht selbstverständlich. It's not just, we can't expect it to be there. It's very fragile. So we are here, we are alive, and we have been given so much, and then we get this natural feeling of giving it back. So being thankful for everything which we perceive in the good situation, then it's very easy, but in the difficult situation, then it is not so easy. But even in this situation, there's always something valuable, there's always something good, and we can be thankful for this. So in this way, if we heal the wounds within ourselves, if we can forgive ourselves, and then we start the same process with the people around us, which represent the whole world. In this way, we can be a part of the solution of the conflicts. I have read recently, some years ago already, a wonderful book by a good friend, Christopher Bash. It's called Dark Night, Early Dawn. And in the beginning of the book, he's describing that each of us, if he's suffering not just for himself, but he's taking a part of the suffering of the whole world on himself. So he said there, if you see someone very strongly suffering, you can probably suppose that he's a great saint, because someone who's suffering a lot, he might be taking a lot of suffering, collective suffering on himself. And going through the suffering, actually the suffering is healed. If we experience life in such a meaningful way, we are actually contributing. I see many people appreciating this method of or this tradition of Ho'oponopono, which is a part of, you reflected in all the spiritual traditions of the world. And we also have this as a basis of what we are doing with Time Waver. Because if you're working with Time Waver or with Healy for other people, actually you know that you are working with yourself, with your own consciousness, that the person coming to you who might be suffering as a patient or something, it's representing something which you solve in yourself, which you solve in the information field, and in this way you can help the other person to solve it. So today we have a very limited time. We have 30 minutes in this Facebook live stream, and therefore I would like to come to the practical part. And the practical part has two dimensions. One is the dimension of consciousness, which is the most powerful tool which we're having, and the other is the dimension of frequencies, which I always have considered to be the language of the information field. And the information field is the expression of the original life force. You can say the original force of love, which wants to be healthy, which wants to be good, which wants to be alive and vital, and this is expressing through the information field, and the language is frequencies. And we have this wonderful tool here. I have my Healy already on hold. The blue light is blinking. I just have to press the bottom here, not the bottom, the whatever it's called, start, and the coherence program will start. So I humbly request all of you who are out there, it's around 1,500 people who have a Healy, to now choose the coherence program, because if we together vibrate the coherence program, the quantum sensors within our Healys, they will connect to the information field collectively, and they will start a symphony, because all the Healys will quantum entangle with each other, and we will start one beautiful, harmonious, coherent symphony of frequencies, which will actually carry our good intentions, which will carry the love which we have ourselves, and I believe strongly it will make a difference. And during this time, I think there is no harm if we already, just having now 15 more minutes, take our Healy and together, are you ready? Is your Healy ready? Maybe you can give me, Annabelle is loading her Healy right now. How is it you, are you ready? Give me a little signal in the commentaries if you like. Yes, Parvati must be from India, is ready. And Brigitte is also running with 100 hearts. Okay, everyone is ready. And Ina already started her Korean program. Okay, I will start my program now. So please, those who have not started yet, please start and put all your good intentions and your love and your care into this coherence frequency. All right, all right. If you like, you can put up the volume. I'm putting the volume on 65%. This is a little magical number, close to the golden ratio, but you can also put it up to 100. That's up to you. So while now the frequencies on our more than 1,000 Healys are coherently running, I like to introduce to you a very dear friend who is here with me in my small office in the tower in Kranzlin. It's Satchidanand Swami. He's a monk from an ancient spirit tradition, and while we are now for the next around 10 minutes together use the coherence program, he will guide us into a deeper space of consciousness with a small peace meditation. So see you back in 10 minutes.
I affectionately invite you to sit straight and comfortable, and just center yourself a little bit. One friend from India always says, when I meditate, I turn from a human doing into a human being, emphasis on being. It is such a meditation where we will enter the space of inner stillness, a space inside, and then just experience being. So please adjust your breathing capacity a little. Roll your shoulders back if you wish. Open your chest and do a few deep and relaxed inhalations and exhalations. Bring your attention to your feet and relax them. Move up from your feet to your knees and the place where you sit, and relax the legs. Move up the spine, the lower back, the upper back, and relax. Move to the shoulders, both of the arms down to the hands, and relax. Your chest and your tummy. Relax into a feeling of just the being there. The back of your neck, the head, forehead. Relax. The eyes, relax. Finally, the jaws, the mouth, everything fully relaxed. Please appreciate how nice it is to just sit without any agenda and relax. Now move your attention to your inhalation and your exhalation. Let's all do an exhalation where we just go over the edge of our normal exhalation. Just exhale more. You will naturally inhale more. And if it's time to exhale, exhale a little more than you usually do. Deep inhalations and deep exhalations. Breathe in your full capacity. Breathe and know that you are breathing. Now, please bring your attention to the little pause between your full exhalation and the next inhalation. Don't try to hold the air. Don't try to lengthen the time between the exhalation and the next inhalation. Just bring your awareness to the little pause between the two, exhalation and inhalation. Relax now your breathing and bring your attention to the heart space. As you bring your attention into the heart space and continue to breathe, you will find a peaceful mood there, a sense of inner calm. Very consciously, draw your breath into your heart. And very consciously exhale your breath from the heart. As you go deeper into the heart space, sense the feeling of calm. Sense the feeling of having arrived inside. Use this awareness now to radiate calm into the world. Breathe into your heart, and as you exhale, exhale peace. Breathe into your heart, and as you exhale, radiate calm. On each exhalation, bring a little bit more of that inner peace and calm into the world. And now to conclude, as you radiate peace and calm, also send your well wishes. Those of you who are theistically inclined, say a prayer. Those of you who like to see the ultimate more as an unknown field, send some good wishes. Radiate good wishes, all your prayers. We can end by chanting the very universal mantra Om. Deep inhale. Deep inhalation. And last time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Satchidananda Swami, for this wonderful, I think I need the microphone, for this wonderful and deep experience. Next time we need a longer time because it's such a deep, enjoyable space of peace, and I think we can do a lot of work here. So now I have just 10 seconds before Facebook is closing down to thank all of you for your participation. And please keep your coherence program running, and see you soon again to make another coherence peace meditation. Oh, looks like we passed the 30 minutes and it's still running, so that's great. So please, yes, please, I have still around 30 minutes still running on my coherence program. So just take it with you in the evening, take all these good vibrations into the evening. And I think the most important thing we can do is, when we come from such a deep space of consciousness, that we put it in our actions, that we, for those who have the end of a busy day already, make nice plans for tomorrow, what we can do from this deeper level of consciousness and how we can be a part of the solution of the problems of this world. All right, thank you so much, everyone, and see you soon again. Be happy and stay healthy.